Crunchy. Hello, Crunch community. So it is officially Spooky Month. So to celebrate Spooky Month, we're gonna be doing like a little train of horror movie trailers to react to. First up, well, my name's Levi Out Loud. Call me Levi, call me Loud. Just don't call me out. I'm here with John. We're huge horror fans. And so first off, something I'm excited for. I think this one's probably gonna be best horror movie of the year. Even though I haven't seen it, just how
that's a hard one, man. There's been some good horror movies this year, man. We have been eating good in 2024 for horror fans, man. And some of you, I know how you said both of us are horror fans, man, but some of us are more horror fans than the other. And I think 2024, I will say 2024 did not start strong with the horror movie genre. I will say that. I was very worried after, what was that movie called?
You tell me Night Swim? Fuck with Night Swim? You didn't fuck with Night Swim?
Did not mess with Night Swim. Did not mess with Imaginary. Did not mess with The Strangers. Like that. Those man, those were some stinkers, man. We did not start off the year right. But as the year has gone on, we have gotten some hidden gems that didn't even get like huge theatrical releases. We got most recently Terrifier, who I think is a phenomenal film. I think you guys should check out. And I think that there is even more to come in this year. We even have a horror movie coming out Christmas this year. And I don't think we can say that in most years, but we do have Nosferatu coming out on Christmas Day. That for me is a rare one. So we are still eating good. I think that there's still many good horror movies to come. Smile is definitely on my radar because I love the first one. So on this Smile 2, I hope they haven't been giving me too much. I hate it when trailers give too much. I really hope that there's a lot more story. There's a lot more jump scares. I think the biggest issue I had with Smile, the first one, is that they gave out way too much information. Although there was still a twist at the end, they gave out way too many of the scares in the first one. So I was already ready for a lot of the scares. I was like, man, these could have been way more enjoyable if I did know. Because I think one of the most effective jump scares of that one came from the trailer, which is when the head came under the car window. Because that's a jump scare no one ever saw coming. And that was a unique one. It was effective. But man, I hate that they gave it out in the trailer. That was my biggest gripe on that movie. But I hope they don't make that same mistake here.
This I didn't see a lot of guerrilla marketing for this one because like when Smile came out, it was so good because you just be watching like a baseball game and then like
I remember that
there'll be people smiling like, oh, it was so great.
That was a good one.
I'm really excited for this one. I'm really excited for this one because this one centers around like I believe a pop star or something like that.
Yeah, pop star, yeah.
So I'm super excited for this one. Just because there's so many opportunities you could do with that. You know, she's literally surrounded by fans and stuff like that. So I'm ready to dive in. I can't remember if I saw the first trailer. I can't remember if I saw it.
I think we actually did a reaction to the first trailer, if I remember.
Did we?
We may have, because the trailer's been out for a while, the first one at least.
Yeah. Well, let's go and dive in.
Something really crazy is happening to me. I need to stop it, but I don't know how. It's because you're a horrible person. What did you say? Gemma?
Man, they may have given out a good scare, everywhere. Man.
This thing feeds off all the bad shit in your head.
Oh.
Okay, whoever said that one has not seen some of the movies this year. Ooh, looks like they're giving out a lot of scares in this one, man.
It's not terrifying. It's fucking terrifying.
Oh, wait a minute.
I've been waiting for you.
They gave out a lot in that one. I may regret watching this trailer I may regret watching this one. It looks like they gave away a lot, and I'm gonna hate it even more that if the movie's actually good, like I did last time. Like the movie's actually good, they do a good job of creating the ambiance, creating the suspense, and these scares actually worked, and I saw them all in the trailer. Man, am I gonna be upset about that?
I think we're fine. This is a minute 17 seconds.
But if you
I
think,
think.
but I mean, they gave out they gave us a lot. They gave us a lot. And I think if you've seen the first Smile, there's a big reveal of the entity, I will say. So I do hope we don't get too much information because, like I've said
Mm.
before, less is more. More of that mystique and that mystery holds more terror than actually knowing what the thing is. So that's my prediction right now, that I feel like they might give out too much, and if they don't and it works well, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like having more questions than answers. But I really hope that they didn't give out all the good stuff in this trailer. I may regret watching the trailer. It doesn't look like I got too much story wise, so I think that's a good thing. I think they are keeping that under wraps still. But I think they gave out a lot of scares, dude. I think they gave out a lot of them.
I don't know. I tend to forget most of what I watch
Well, it must
sometimes.
be amazing having your memory, dude. If you have the memory of a goldfish, dog, I mean,
No,
good,
Mary
good,
and
good,
Goldfish.
good for
Don't
you,
you
man.
do that
Because
to
I
me.
want to
Don't
remember
you
all
do
of these scares, dude. I'm like, man, I already know what happens here. I already know the ambiance of what's going on. I'm gonna know. I know what happens. I know what happens. Now I know in that bed scene, there's gonna be loud noises and a loud thing, and it's gonna be eyes glowing. Like I already know. I know. I know it's gonna. I know not to be scared there.
Mm, yeah. I mean, it's still that, like, when you're watching it, you tend to forget what's gonna happen. If you get too distracted by it.
Hopefully that's
Well,
what I mean too. Like if they build the suspense well, and I'm in it, I'm part of it. They did a good job with the environment. I'm gripped in there, and then right before the scare happens, I'm gonna start remembering all of the pieces from the trailer. And I'm like, oh god, here comes a scare, and it worked. It would have been such a good scare too. You know what I mean?
you know, so it's not horror movie really, but it's sort of related to what you're talking about. I was reacting to with Justin on the Bardock versus Omni Man fight,
Mm-hmm.
and he hasn't seen Invincible season 2 yet.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, throughout the whole Omni Man analysis, it's like, this is a lot of spoilers. I haven't seen season 2 yet. Like, what is going on here? It was super pissed. I was like, Justin, the season 2 has been out for like a good 6 months already, like even longer than that. Like, he finds out that he has a kid with another bug family and stuff like that.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, that's a big one.
I was like, you're gonna forget
There's
about it.
actually very light spoilers to the ending of Invincible there too, because I know you haven't read the comics, so I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
they did that pretty well, I guess. So there's a
yeah,
couple spoilers in there.
yeah. I just kind of turned it off. Didn't really process none of that. But I'm super excited for Smile.
Yeah,
For one thing, before we head up to the next one, I do want to say
not the
that.
monkey man, the monkey.
Oh yeah, good movie, fantastic movie. But this is the monkey trick. I do want to say that Smile. I just really hope that she beats the monster. I know that's not really, in horror movies that the monster always wins, but I hope she wins, because that's what kind of like left me with a sour taste. Because I felt like it would have been really great in the first one. Spoilers, if she actually won. Because it seemed like it alluded to that, and then at the very end, they just, oh no, you're like in a dream. You didn't actually beat the monster, you know.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, we always get bad endings. Bad endings are starting to become a little bit
I don't
too.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel
It's becoming
like
too predictable. It's becoming too predictable when there's
there
no
there
survivors.
to a degree there is some predictability, but I feel like if the movie did a good job establishing why the ending is the way it is, I think that works. Like in Smile, I think it warranted that kind of ending. I think it was deserved. I think it was fair. And I think it also builds more story plot than if it was defeated. You know, I think that, for at least for me, you know, it kind of builds that mystery, and then like it's still not done yet. It's still out there. What's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But all right. Let's go ahead and look into the monkey.
Okay, now before we dive into the monkey, I've read this short story by Stephen King, and I actually love it. It's clear, concise, to the point, and I really enjoy this one from Stephen King. So I'm very interested to see it adapted, and I'm very excited because it's coming from Neon. Neon, for me, I don't know about their stuff before 2024, but for me, 2024 in Neon is when I discovered them. They have been on a slew of good horror movies, like how Blumhouse for me was back in the day. They have been creating a lot of good, decent horror movies as of yet. I went to go see Immaculate this year, one of my top horror movies of the year. Cuckoo was a very well done movie as well. And then the last one is Long Legs. And I think they marketed long. Their marketing team is a phenomenal, dude. It was it was amazing for me learning the Long Legs marketing, because it wasn't given to you like in trailers too much. Like they did do trailers eventually, but a lot of it wasn't even titled Long Legs. Like it was like about, it looked like found footage documentary type stuff, and you were kind of putting the pieces together little by little. And I think Neon has just kind of exploded onto the scene for me in 2024 because of how many movies they've done this year. And like I said, Immaculate, one of the top movies of the year. Cuckoo was a very well executed movie that could possibly break my top 10 this year. And Long Legs, which was a very good movie as well. That one's still on the board for me to be in the top 5. But so far, those are some of the 3 best movies of the year so far. So when I saw The Monkey coming out from Neon, and also James Wan is attached to it, I am very much anticipating this film for 2024. 2025.
Wow. I don't think I've seen a Neon film yet, honestly.
And I think you should check it out because I think Immaculate was pretty damn good. Because the thing that kind of sucked for Immaculate is that the first Omen came out around the same time. So that was a very similar premise of a film. So I think the first Omen did it a little better because it kind of had the IP. But Immaculate was if the first Omen didn't come out, Immaculate would have been like that movie of that time period, which I think was like February-ish, Marches. But it was weird that they came out around the same time. But that movie I thought was pretty damn good too. And it has Sydney Sweeney in it. And I think she did a pretty good job in the movie too, especially towards the end when she gets to kind of shine as someone like, I don't want to give too many spoilers out, but like when she starts to shine towards the end of that movie, I think. And then Cuckoo, I also really enjoyed that one. That one had like a lot of, mystery, whodunit kind of vibe to it. And then but yeah, The Monkey, I as soon as I saw it was coming from Neon, I was immediately interested in it.
Is Long Legs the one with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, with Nick Cage.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's go dive in. I haven't seen any Neon films, but I'll take your word for it. If they're performing really well, I haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
You could see all their films on their website. I was scrolling through them to see if I seen one, but I really haven't.
For the longest time, there was nothing. But then it appeared. A beast not from this earth, smiting the ones who deserved it, the ones who didn't. And everyone in between. Whoever controls it controls life and death. And those deaths are really fucked up.
Holy Everybody dies. And that's life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a goddamn mess in there. Have you been up there? It's like that restaurant. Spaghetti City.
Everything okay up there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Come on, baby, let's have some fun.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm very interested to see how they drag out the short story into a movie. But I think if we're gonna get anything good out of this, it's gonna come from Neon. It's gonna come from James Wan. So, like I said, one of my most anticipated horror movies of 2025 so far. I'm looking forward to it, man. I think we get just enough in this trailer to kind of understand what's going on. But I love that they don't give too much away if you haven't read the story. So we will definitely dive deeper into that in the movie. I'm hoping at least, and I hope it's done well.
Okay. Yeah, from what I saw, it definitely caught my interest. It definitely caught my interest. Feels a little bit like Final Destination. I don't know what the monkey does or what is. I thought it was gonna be like a monkey paw situation. You know, people make wishes and then they come out. But I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see this. It was a good
Yeah.
find, John. But on to Heretic.
Now, this movie, I have been hearing phenomenal things about this one. Like, I think as of right now in the test screenings, they're running like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, which I know isn't always right, but that's a pretty good indicator so far because especially because the test screenings are coming out pretty good. And with A24, I think that their step into horror has been, it's hit me well. And I think from what I've heard, it challenges a lot of religious views. So I think if you're kind of horrified or if that kind of fits your genre of horror, I think this one's going to be for you.
Okay. I actually didn't hear anything about this one, or did I?
I don't think you have. I don't think you have because I mean, for me, I'm a huge horror movie buff, man. So I hear about horror movie stuff all the damn time. So whenever there's something good in the air or something is cooking, like I usually get a whiff of it. So like I'm down for almost anything horror movie related, dude. So this is right up my alley. As soon as I saw the first trailer, I was immediately intrigued. And so the more I started hearing about it, because I know they've already had test screenings, it's already come out like at film festivals, and people are really hyping this one up. And like I said, dude, 2024 has been full of really good horror movies so far, and we're still not done yet because we just got Terrifier, loved it, and we're about to get Smile 2, Heretic, Nosferatu's in Christmas. So we still got a few ways to go. So this is one of those.
Wolfman?
Was that?
Are we getting Wolfman?
Oh no, that's actually 2025. That's in January.
Okay.
But for
that's
sure,
right.
these
That's
movies.
right. That's right.
Yeah, so for sure these movies are coming out this year. So we're still not done when it comes to the horror movie pool yet. So we will definitely see who's in the running for the movies of the year. But right now it's a tight list for top 5, man. I'm gonna say that right now. Top 5 is a close race. So, but this one has even potential to hit into that top 5 for me. So, we'll see, man. We will definitely see.
Let's go in. I don't know what the story's about on this one.
Spin that shit. Let's go.
I hear anything about
Mr. Reed, are you interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
Wait, what is that actor?
Wow.
Is he a Big
You'll
Bang
see.
Theory?
Read more than we do. No, seriously, Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed.
Well, ladies,
Time for what?
time for enlightenment.
Mr. Reed.
Welcome.
We need to return to the church.
If you are ready to leave, you'll have to exit through the back of my house.
Is that Crypt Key?
So which door?
It's a simple choice, but it should not be made simply. Belief or disbelief.
What happens if we choose the wrong door?
It's not going through. What do you think he wants? I think that we're being studied. Should we ask him for help? It doesn't matter what you say to him.
So you have to go dun in order to go hoot.
I beg your pardon? The only way out is through.
Is this the game?
High five.
From now on, we challenge you.
For the rest of your lives, there will be before you chose, and there will be after. Ladies, verbally acknowledge, please.
What have you been looking for? What have you found?
Like Ned Flanders, you hostage.
Yeah, a horrified version of
figured it
Ned
out,
Flanders. He's just in the corner like diddly diddly. I like this trailer, man. I feel like they're doing just enough to get me into that theater, dude. I don't think they've given out too much, and I feel like this story is just going to be so in depth with religion, and I think it's kind of gonna remind me of from what I've heard so far, like the best parts of this movie are really when they start to like dive into deep conversations into that. So it's gonna remind me of like back when we were watching Terminator and having those conversations with Okuru. I remember that was. I can't remember. Yeah. So like having those kinds of conversations that are very deep and like they challenge you. So I think that's where the movie's gonna shine, because that's where I've seen where Hugh Grant gives like his better parts of the performances. But like I said, nothing's been spoiled for me yet. I mean, all I know is the premise of the movie, and I am super excited for this movie.
All right, my bad. Hugh Grant, I got that mixed up with John Ross Bowie. I don't know if you've ever seen John Ross Bowie, but
No.
I was like, is that him? And I kept looking at him just to make sure, and no, it's not him. I thought it was really funny. He's a comedic actor. He's been like in Big Bang Theory. Have you seen Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, I've seen Big Bang Theory.
You know the guy with the speech impediment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was him.
I can't remember his name.
But
he said his name a lot. Sheldon said his name a lot. He said his whole name actually a lot.
Kripke.
Was it Kripke?
Yeah, it's Kripke.
But he said his whole name. Something Kripke. I can't remember.
Not sure, but yeah. From what I saw, it seems very intriguing. I think there's probably definitely going to be some type of awe factor, maybe at the very end, to just where like there's probably gonna be a huge twist. It doesn't look scary. That's the one thing I gotta say. It looks more suspenseful or thriller,
but I think that this movie did a good job of not showing you the scary parts, because I feel like there is going to be scary parts, because if we're kind of seeing that the little glimpses of what we're foreshadowed is like Inferno, so like Dante's Inferno, if you saw that going lower, so like maybe they start seeing things that mirror something of hell, hopefully. So I think the scary parts are all hidden. I think the movie is going to rely heavily on building that environment, building that suspense, and then giving you something to be scared of at the end of that. And I think there's going to be a lot of payout for it. At least for me, I think that is going to be something that really gets audiences into it. And I think you'll find something to be scared of, man. I think you really will find something to be scared of in this movie.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if it was just like a totally different shift from what we saw in the trailer. This is also the final trailer, so or trailer 3.
Yeah,
there's 2 trailers before this. I don't know if they're also as
actually, the
cryptic.
other 2 trailers give a little less than this. Because I've seen both
Oh
of those
wow.
trailers. This one gives a little more, but I feel like we're still not getting all of it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, I'll keep this on my radar. Did you say there was another horror movie?
I guess we can see the newest trailer for Nosferatu. I think they recently put out a full trailer for it. It might be the 2-minute 41. Is it?
Let me see.
Check the release date real quick. 2
2
weeks
weeks
ago.
ago.
Yeah, that might be the one. Yeah.
All right. So with Nosferatu, I'm not that hyped about it. I don't really like the whole Nosferatu story that much.
Well, I mean, I'm not too well versed into Nosferatu as I'm sure other people are. But for me, if they do a good movie, I mean, I'm fine with it. You know, I'm always down for a good horror movie, like I've said multiple times. And they have Willem Dafoe. I mean, if you got Willem Dafoe in the movie, it's got to have something to it, right? It's got to have something. Because I mean, I think
wow.
Lighthouse is a very underrated horror movie that's with Willem Dafoe. And I think this one, if it fits that same vibe, I can see it not hitting with a lot of people. But the fact that they have the confidence to put out this movie on Christmas Day says a lot to me. Like you gotta have some balls on you to like put out a Christmas movie. Like with all the Christmas movies that might be coming out Christmas Day, to have a horror movie come out. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Terrifier not being afraid of coming out around the same time as Joker. Like, I mean, come on, dude. They had the ball, and I think for the most part they've succeeded. So I think it tells a lot when the studio has confidence in their movie. So I think that this is a good thing, and I do have high hopes for it. I do have high hopes.
From this image, though, or from what I've seen, the little I've seen from Nosferatu, I feel a lot more confident about it than Wolfman. I will tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Like, there's no way. Like, if they felt like they had to push the movie from October to January, I mean that already gives you like an indication of like they didn't feel good enough to put it up against Terrifier, against Venom, against Joker. Like they felt like they had to push it to January. I mean, it shows the confidence they have in their own movie, dude. So that also plays a big part into what you can anticipate in the movie.
I will say that I really hope this is a really great movie, just because we haven't had a great vampire movie for a while. The last vampire movie I saw was they're on like a ship, like the last voyage.
The last voyage of Defer or something like that. I didn't think that was too bad. I didn't think it was too bad.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, and I was looking forward to watching that for the longest time because I thought that was the last voyage of the Dementor, the last voyage of the Dementor.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to watching that a long time because I thought that was just an interesting concept, vampire on a ship. But I think I hyped myself up too much because I thought it was gonna be like the best movie, and it was only like a good movie.
Well,
like,
the most recent vampire movie I saw was Salem's Lot, and that one wasn't too great, dude. It wasn't too good. That one's actually on HBO right now. If you guys want to check it out, I mean, you guys can. It kind of fits the spooky vibe. But for me, it wasn't that great of a movie.
But let's go and dive in. I'm partially excited.
Come to me. Come to me.
Okay, the cinematography is really
Yeah,
nice.
I feel like this is just gonna be like a well-shot movie in general, dude.
Secret with any soul.
You've had these spells since childhood. Tell me what you can from the beginning.
It is like a dream. It was our wedding. When we turned around,
This is the first time we reacted to Nosferatu, right?
Possibly.
Everyone
I can't
was dead.
remember.
The stench of their bodies was horrible.
And just look at the world that
Standing
they
before
built.
me was death. But I'd never been so happy.
It's Beast.
And I was like trying to figure out where he was from.
That dude will always be Beast to me. Young Beast.
Its desire is to consume all life on Earth.
Only you can redeem us. He is coming.
There is a devil in this world, and I have met him.
But he could never please me as he could. I'm ready.
I don't know about you, man, but I'm in it. I'm in it, man. They have some balls, dude, to put this out on Christmas. I don't know if I'm gonna check it out on Christmas, but I definitely will be trying to check out this movie.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
All right. I'm into it. That's this sort of kind of gave me a push. I really love what would you call that? Like there's a word for it. Victorian London.
Yeah, the Victorian Gothic, like
Yeah.
almost like Transylvania type of environment that they're creating, and I love it. I love it. I'm here for it, dude.
I really liked it. I really love it. I think just going further into it, I don't really like Assassin's Creed that much, the series, but I think there was like a canceled London Victorian Assassin's Creed game that got canceled. And I was like, oh man, I would have probably bought that like in so many years. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like I was like, holy shit, this does not look like Wolfman. I was loving this with Wolfman. I was loving this Wolfman. I was like, okay. And it got some great actors in it too. I was like, okay, this is a high budget film.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they put Willem Dafoe in this movie, he's got something to do. He's got to have something to do if he's in this movie, dude. I don't think he just does movies just for whatever. He feels like I feel like whenever Willem Dafoe is in a movie, he's got confidence in it. And like I said, it looks like a beautifully shot movie. I love the world building and the ambiance that they're creating in it. So I feel like if I go see this movie, I'm not even going to be upset if it's not that bad, because it was also a well-crafted movie. And it's a good try for horror in the Christmas genre. Or at least Christmas Day, I should say. But like I said, I'm going to check it out. Might not be on Christmas, but I'm definitely going to be checking out this movie. I'm very excited for it. I did not think that it was going to grab my attention the way that it did when I first heard about it. And I think with all the trailers that I've seen so far, like I think at this point it's just solidified. You know, this is probably going to be the last horror movie of the year. And after this one, I can probably give like my best interpretation of which ones are the best of the best. But it was a good year for horror movies so far.
Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, it's been pretty good year for horror movies. So we have 4 new ones to watch as of right now: Smile 2, Monkey, Heretic, and Nosferatu. I don't think there's any more that are coming out, as far as I know of, that have, you know, like I don't. Do you know any more?
There might be one more called My Darling, something Darling. I don't know if that one's already out yet. It's one of those movies that that's not gonna have a big theatrical release. But it's something My Darling. And I've heard that one has been doing pretty well too. but I can't remember if it's already out or if it's on digital right now. So I can't remember. But that is one I've been wanting to check out as well.
I looked up and I see Y2K. I'm not sure if you've seen Y2K.
I have
but,
not seen anything that.
Y2K. Me and Bob reacted to that like a while back, like a long while back, and it is like horror comedy.
I have not seen that at all.
Don't really want to play that. I guess I'll show it to you because we are from the 90s, so this is Y2K, you know. So maybe we could kick out. I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna watch this in theaters. Maybe you'll think this will hit your top 5, John. But
I'll check it.
I remember that guy though from Deadpool.
Any lucky lady gonna
oh,
get midnight
holy
kiss?
shit! I did not know that was him.
What's up, Laura?
We're actually going to this New Year's thing. It's going to be a total shit show.
Oh.
See ya.
It's 1999, and we get in.
In a few hours, you have an excuse to kiss the girl of your dreams.
Open up. Take us away.
It's so smooth.
Loser.
I seen this trailer before, and I already forgot what happens.
And do you have the memory of a goldfish, bro?
No,
Dang,
no,
you just saw it, dude.
Memorable. It just wasn't memorable.
It must be amazing, dude. You get to see everything for the first time all over again, bro.
This was months ago.
Wait, is this like technology going crazy?
So
kind of like Maximum Overdrive.
To a chick's head.
Yeah,
We gotta
me
go.
and Bob made that same connection.
We are experiencing major problems. As a result of the watch's tape breakdown.
Bye-bye, human race.
We're talking global computer apocalypse.
Wait a minute. Is Skynet online? Skynet is online, bro. Holy shit.
You don't know how this shit works.
Grab a bike, grab a board, grab whatever you can.
Someone's got to make that joke,
Shittiest
right,
man
in
in
this
my
movie.
life.
If they don't make that joke in this movie, bro, I'm gonna be so upset.
But it's cool that we got to hang out for once.
Oh, let go.
Oh, I remember I did laugh at that with Bob.
I get knocked out, but I get up again.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, I mean, so these movies are cool and all, but like, so I've seen them. I think my favorite movie that is sort of fits this vibe is Cooties with Elijah Wood. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that one. I still think one of my favorite horror comedies has been Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I've never seen that one, so I watched like maybe the first 5 or 10 minutes, and I got kind of bored, so I
It gets
stopped watching
funnier. It gets funnier.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I could say that one's probably my favorite one. Unless maybe no, maybe Shaun of the Dead for me. I think Shaun of the Dead is just too much of a classic to just leave it there. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm into that. I think if I can get enough laughs out of it, I think I could definitely see myself watching the movie.
Funny enough, so like I watched Shaun of the Dead because that movie came out when I was like pretty young, and I thought I was be laughing my ass off, and then I laughed like a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, this is some grown up humor." Like,
Yeah,
but like, it wasn't
definitely
grown up humor. It wasn't
definitely grown
humor.
up. Yeah,
It wasn't grown up humor. It was just like British humor, you know?
no, I think it's more along the lines of like when you're older, you understand the joke a little
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
But
yeah.
it's definitely one of those things that it's aged. Like as I've aged, that movie has more jokes that I understand now. So I absolutely like some of those jokes I actually like laugh pretty hard at because it's, you know, you're a real life fucking adult now. So like some of these fucking jokes just like hit a little too hard sometimes. So but yeah, I think that movie is just too much of a classic to just kind of leave it there.
Yeah.
But actually,
So
if you see that movie, I saw the TV Glow. I think that's actually a horror movie you would enjoy a lot, Levi.
okay.
Like from me to you, I think that would be one of your favorite horror movies. For some reason, I feel like you would just enjoy that one.
What, this one, Y2K?
No, I saw the TV Glow, which is one of the trailers that you see there for A24 on the bottom and in the under Dan
Oh,
Dan
okay.
Invincible. I
Has it
think
came
you
out
would.
yet, or?
I think yeah, it's already out. I think it's on HBO Max.
Okay.
But I think for you, I think you would enjoy that one. Like it's not
Okay,
like
I'll watch
like a
that one.
horror movie, but it's, you know, it's got like some type of cosmic horror in it. And I think you would
Okay.
enjoy that actually.
I'll look into that. I'll watch the TV Glow because yeah, I think one of my first very horror films was The Gate. I think that was my first horror movie film. The Gate or It. I can't remember which one I watched first.
Mhm.
But not sure if you want to end the stream. I see like I see like maybe three more movies that are coming out. Monster Summer, Apartment 7A, and Werewolves. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think I've heard of any of those at all.
All right, we'll go and end the stream now. All right, guys. We reacted to a collective of horror movies. They're still coming out. You see probably more coming out. Who knows? Maybe not so much relevance because I think once we hit maybe like I guess there's still movies at the end of December that are probably will still be relevant, but I think as of like maybe the end of Halloween, just movies in general, I think it is sort of what would you say, John? Like it's they're not really popular movies. They're not going to be as bold as
I would say the last horror movie of 2024 that's gonna have some type of relevance is Nosferatu. I think we've kind of
December
hit
25th. December 20. Well, I don't know. What
that's what I mean. Like that's got to be the last movie that the last horror movie of 2024 that's gonna have some type of relevance.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, I think we've kind of, you know, exhausted the last of the horror movies. I think after Heretic, I think it's gonna be kind of chill for a while because I think Heretic comes out after Halloween. I think like the first week of November. So I think after that, it's going to be pretty much done with horror movies until Nosferatu, which is on Christmas. So I think after that movie, we'll have a pretty good sense of where all the horror movies land for the year.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know if you guys are going to watch this in theaters. Smile 2, The Monkey, Heretic, Nosferatu. Let us know if you're going to catch it on Christmas Day. Maybe I'll go watch it Christmas Day because I haven't seen any Christmas films there that I want to go see Christmas Day, you know, or I don't even any that are coming out Christmas Day. But that'd be interesting. Nice little Victorian English vampire movie, you know, to watch.
Yeah.
But let us know down below. Like and subscribe. All in all, stay crunchy.